So welcome all again. My name is Charles, and we are here with youth and musician. And today we are privileged to have with us Dr. Kunga, who is going to maybe say a word on his academic journey throughout this video. So welcome, Dr. Kunga. You can maybe tell us your real name, maybe you have another name.
Okay. Hello, our viewers. Thank you, Charles. My name is Kunga, but my official name is John Nabali Kunga. Kunga is the name of my dad, but I trace the name. Yeah, I come from Nyandarua. That is Nyandarua County. Yes.
So to start with, because today you are looking at your academic journey.
Yeah.
Now, having been a PhD holder, it have been a journey.
Yeah.
So we want to cover that journey so that if there is a young man there or a young lady can feel motivated and maybe emulate your journey.
Yeah.
So who is Dr. Kunga?
Okay. To start with, I went to a school in Nyandarua that is called Diplomas Primary School, where I schooled right from nursery to class 8. Then after that, I got good marks going to provincial school. But unfortunately, I didn't join because the school was an issue of bullying. So I decided to go to a day school. That was just next to our home. It was called the Demi Secondary School, but its name was Demi Mixed Secondary School. Yes, where I schooled right from Form 1 to Form 4. But it was a school that had so many challenges because we had 4 classes. That is Form 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a school with just an office, science room. You know, there's a difference between a lab and a science room. A science room is just apparatus that are there. But God assisted us. We managed to move on. But we had so many challenges of teachers. I remember like English teachers, we were taught with around 13 teachers, biology the same. So we went through very hard time. But fortunately, we managed it. We and my colleague, we managed to get grade to join to campus. But unfortunately, we were not given forms to join university by the head teacher. And during that time, if you could not fill the form when you're in the university, in high school, it was very hard to join university. So after school, my colleague went to become a father, and me, I started teaching some private schools there because in the university I used to attend, I was told, if you did not fill the form, I said, unfortunately, you cannot join. So I went around 7 different universities, trying to seek for admission to first year, but it was unfortunate. So I started teaching private schools.
So after now, you didn't qualify to go to university.
Yeah.
Where did you now? How did you get yourself again into the college, or where did you start your college level education? Or
Okay. After 2 years, you know, I done 3 sciences. I done 3 sciences and mathematics. For sure, I liked maths. I liked physics so much. But unfortunately, I got a chance to go to Kmtc because I had done biology. So I went to Chogoria and I went there for 2 months, a month and so. But I felt very uncomfortable because I was asking myself, it was a challenge to pay school fees because remember it was a private college. Yeah? And I remember the money we were supposed to buy of books costed around 20-something thousand. School fees was a lot by then. So I discovered that I'm not the only kid in the family. So I said, now before I finish my 4 years, what will happen with my brothers and sisters who are behind me? They are in high school, others are in primary, and me here I'm expected to pay a lot of money. I decided I need to make some decision. And then I asked myself, okay, 3 years in this college. First year I've not cleared the school fees. What will happen with the others? So it means I might start, I take 2-3 years, and then maybe I fail the school fees to clear for the school, for the academic. So I decided to change I decided it's better I sacrifice for my brothers and sisters. I look for another opportunity.
So you dropped out of Kmtc?
Yeah. That was one factor. The second factor was my career. When in academic class, first month, you know, it is in book academic, reading books and all that. But second month, we had to go to ward, we go to mortuary, we go to theater. Then I said, this is my life. I felt very uncomfortable to a level that it was so hard for me to cope.
Just because you didn't have the passion in that area.
I didn't have a passion. It's only that, it's good to have somebody who you can emulate or a role model. I didn't have any role model to tell me this. Because even in our home place, there were no people who were educated. There were even people who have gone to university. They have gone away. We didn't have people I can say that I had somebody who is a role model to guide me. So any course I used to see, anytime I used to apply, I remember even I applied to Transformation College to go and do aviation. But now they were asking for 700,000, and they kept on pushing me because of my physics. But I had no option. There was also parallel university because courses, but it was so hard because of the cost. So I decided to go with the high school, with college.
Now you have dropped from Kmtc.
Yes.
How did you find yourself again, and after how long did you find yourself again in the line of academic?
After 1 year, I applied for Kenya Science Teachers College. But between now dropping from Kmtc to Kenya Science, I went back to teach. So I started continue teaching primary school. I think I've taught all the levels. I've taught nursery, I've taught standard 1, I've taught standard 2, standard 3. I've taught all the classes. I think I've taught all the classes to a level that I know the background from where I was up to where I am now. Then after that, I went to Kenya Science. And when I went to Kenya Science, I met some guys there who had come from national school. And remember, I was in a day school. Now asking myself, hey, these people from national school, even the English they were using, speaking, they were very eloquent. Yeah, a man come from a day school and be taught by 13 English teachers, and remember some of them are from 4 years, and students from university who are in a long holiday. So you can imagine the kind of style they were teaching. No methodology, is a matter of, I have the content, throw it to the kid, to the student. So I had a very hard time first year. And I went there and I decided to do maths and physics. And I didn't know that there was basic English. And I was not good in English. And things became worse. I remember even after doing the exam first term, I got a D class. Until I was called by the lecturer and asked me, now, the others you have done well, but now what is wrong with English? Yeah, I did have passion in English. And even I think I have forgotten everything. Then he called me and talked with me, told me this is just an attitude. We share. Come term 2, I got a big class. And I got motivated. Now the students I was fearing in first year because they had come from national school, I discovered that now that I was fearing, I had to work very hard to prove that I don't come from a day school. But here we are, here all of us equal. So I worked very hard, and after 3 years, I got out there with the first class.
Now you are in you were just first joined the Kmtc.
Yes.
After Kmtc, now you are in Kenya Science.
Yes.
After that, now, did you stop at that or you proceeded?
Okay. During Kenya Science, there were so many privileges actually. And there were so many opportunities on Fridays and Saturdays, whereby Friday you can go and do anything you want. On Saturday, there were so many opportunities. There were free courses that were being offered there. There were free traveling. There were so many traveling there, especially games, museum. Going to every Saturday, there were 2 buses going outside. So me, I decided I will not dwell with those freedoms, but I will take advantage on academic. So I was able to do diploma in B. I was able to do diploma in computer. I also did counseling psychology.
Diploma.
Yes. I also did leadership management.
Now those are 4.
Yes. And then now the diploma in maths and diploma in science education, that is maths physics.
Within that span,
yes,
you were able to do 5 diplomas.
Yes.
Including the one you dropped from the Kmtc.
Now that one I don't know if I can because I can call it a diploma award because I went there for it. The only thing I think I can say there, I got exposed to medical fields, but I didn't have the passion.
Now after the diplomas,
yes,
of course, for you to be in the level you are, it must have been that you went to a degree course.
Yeah, what happened immediately after, those who got first class, there were opportunities in KU and Mount Kenya. So I decided to go to Mount Kenya University, but that is I graduated in 2008, 2009 I got a job, 2010 by deck, December, yes, I went back to my degree.
Now you got a job, now you have 5 diplomas.
Yes.
You got a job in which field? in
education.
now the
You know, that was my main. These are, I took them, the others were just part of courses.
Now in the mathematics and physics.
Maths and physics.
As a teacher?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I started teaching. Then by 2010 I joined Mount Kenya University. I started my bachelor's. And it was school-based every holiday. So from that time, I can say all my lifetime from 2010 to 2022, I've been in books. Yeah, those are 12 years. And I can say it was God's grace, because every holiday I used to go to class. And I think that was my first time I got my laptop. I got my laptop so that, because in college, I had no idea of computer. But by the time I graduated now, because I got passion with it, it made my work easier. And I got the passion in it. Then I went there for school, but by 2013, I graduated with second class upper. Yes.
Then after that, now you proceeded to masters.
That is 2013. 2013, I did a wedding, my wedding. Then after that, I went back to class, and I started my masters 2014.
Immediately after
I went back.
You started masters?
Yes, I started masters. I went for 2 years, exactly 2 years. We were five. We were five who were doing that. We specialized in physics, and we were able to. From there, once you do coursework, you do very fast 1 year. And now from there, it is your base. So I finished alone. The others later, but there are two who dropped after some time. Then after that is 2016, I finished. Then 2017, I went back for my PhD.
Now where do you go for this PhD? Or how is your journey?
It was a journey. It was a journey because I went to Masai Mara University. And I went there we were in Parklands, and I went for a month or so, but I didn't get the lecturers of my area, so we were just moving up and down. I decided to quit. And then after that, because I discovered that I'm wasting my time, because I don't have the lecturers of my area of specialization, so I decided to quit there. Then I went to another university which I will not mention, and I went for 1 year.
How 1 year?
1 year, yes. I went, I did my concept paper, I defended. I was told they cannot work, go and think about it. I went and came up with another topic.
So now, after 1 year, you had a topic already?
I came up with that. That time there was no coursework. It was thesis only. So what you do, you go and write you come up with a concept paper. Concept paper is where you write a topic and maybe some objective there, some framework, and the skeleton of your research.
So now after 1 year, you unaambiwa they cannot.
Not before 1 year, immediately after I joined. You come up with a topic. What do you have on the table? Because there is no coursework. You come up with a topic. So you go there and defend. You present the concept paper. So the concept paper I presented, it was, this one can't work. Go and think about it. So I went back. I took around 3-4 weeks. Came up back with another topic, and then it was accepted for the first. And then I was told, now go and write proposal. So I write a proposal that is chapter 1, 2, and 3. I went for defense. It was accepted, and then I was told, now go and add more information so that you can go for the second defense. So I was preparing to go for second defense. My supervisor, one of my supervisors, got a job in another university. So he left. Then I was left. I was given 3. Then I was given another one. And the one who went to another university, he was the main supervisor. In the university, what happens? You must have your main supervisor of your main subject. Then the others are co-supervisors. They're just there to assist. So it happened that after he left, now I was in a dilemma. What happens? I was given another lecturer, another supervisor, and the one I was given, I gave him my document to go through it. Remember, it's a document of chapter 1, 2, and 3, which have been done by somebody else up to that level. So I was preparing for faculty defense. Then he read the document and he told me, this document can't work. It is not researchable. Then I asked myself, I've gone all that level, and then somebody comes in between and tells me that my document is not researchable. I got frustrated. I told him, but you have gone to all this level. Then he told me, I'm your main supervisor, so there's nothing you can do. Then I got annoyed. Now I asked myself, I spent 100,000, I paid 100,000. I've not even counted the money I was spending every month, every week, because I used to go to that university every week. Now what do I do? I went outside, I came back, and then I told him, kindly give me my document. So he gave me my document. Then I told him, I've gone. But I want to tell you that I've come here as a doctor. There is God in heaven who can be able to change things that you see are impossible in life. So I just left. Outside there, I called one of my lecturer, I called one of the professor who was my lecturer in my master's. And I told him, I'm going through a hard time. I've already paid everything. In fact, he was aware I was doing my Ph.D. Then he told me, what is wrong? I was told that my topic is not researchable. It can't work. It is obsolete. It's just a frustration, yes. So I called him. He told me, just come. In fact, we are looking for students like you. I said, God have answered my prayer. So filled my vehicle. I traveled all the way to Machakos. So I went there in Machakos University. In fact, I met the student that had already started their studies. So it was a late registration. And I went there, all my documents, they were approved by the Ph.D. and all those, and everything was okay. So I was told, now, be ready, but remember it's only 1 or 2 months to do an exam. I said, it's okay. So I went and I interacted with some students. I requested one of them to give me documents to photocopy. That is the book, the content. And after photocopying, I went home. Now it was around 9. Reaching home, I said, let me try to see and peruse the following morning what kind of content, because there now I had to go and repeat from zero. There was no coursework. That's University X. But the other university, they had coursework. So I had to do 10 units. First semester you do 5, second semester you do 5. So everything was, I can say I started from scratch again.
And now all this time, when you were doing the masters, you told us you got married.
Yes.
What is your wife saying about all that?
She was just encouraging me. I think somebody told me, whenever you see you have graduated with a PhD and you have a wife, count yourself. She is the most graduated person. Because working in that journey, it was not a joke. She really supported me, I can say that. Yeah.
Now you are in Machakos.
Yes. Well, now, the following morning, I asked my wife, I can't understand this content. Does it mean PhD? We don't learn using English. Then asked me, what is wrong with it? But the content which is here, the way it is written, I can't be able to read. Surprisingly, I discovered that the guy who had given me the content, he had written words in a mother tongue, which I can't understand. Let me not mention the mother tongue that was expressed, but the mother tongue I can't understand. So it was so frustrating. I asked myself, to this level, somebody doing PhD and trying to do this kind of thing. I called him and asked him, why have you written your notes in your mother tongue? He told me, write it that way so that he can understand. I told him, but this one is a big one. So I had to go back to Machakos. And I went to the department and I requested them, they gave me course outline. So I was given the course outline, and then I had to download. Now it is just a month and a half before exam. Hey, let me tell you, I was sleeping for 3 hours. Remember, I have a family. You are there serving God. You are there working, and you are there to sit down and read.
And all this time you are still a high school teacher.
Yes, it was not a joke. And times in weekends I used to go for seminars. Now you are looking for even school fees. You go for seminars. I attached myself in MKU. I was doing marketing for them. I've done so many things. I was marketing for them. I came up with a program called Academic Mission Campaign, where we used to go to school, we go to church, we talk to them as we market for the university. And let me say that it was still one source of income. for the purpose of the school fees because it was really demanding. So after that, we did an exam and I passed coursework. Second semester I was able to go through. Then that is now 2018. You see, 2017, the whole of it I was frustrated with that university. So I don't count that one as in school. So 2019, I started my thesis. The same topic that was rejected there. We only made a small change, a very small change. In fact, the change was, the change that I did there was about the cover page of the university, but it nothing to do with the topic. So I went on, I moved on with my two lecturers. They worked with me very well. We went chapter by chapter. And any change I was making, every time we make a change, I used to do it immediately. I did a lot of research on it, and come defense, I started defending again. Defended first time, second. Remember, we were very many. Those I met, I think we are around 30, but from different departments. But now when it comes to the area of specialization, second year I was just alone. That is in physics. The others, they went to biology, others in chemistry. And I was able to go first to defense, second defense, the third, and now I was ready to go to the field. Then after that, I went to the field, I collected the data, analyzed, and went to the last defense. I was the first student to defend online because it was also interfered with COVID. Sometimes even correcting the data, some of the data I used online data correction. So I corrected the data, I analyzed, and then after that, I was ready to finish. And I thank God because, in Ph.D. they don't categorize whether you are first class or second class. But if you are to be categorized, because first class starts from 70, I got an average of the coursework, the thesis, I had an average of 75. Yes.
After all that torture.
After all that torture.
Now you are done with the PhD.
Yes.
And now you are a doctor.
Yes.
Have you worked? Where have you worked now? Have you worked anywhere else? Now, all this time, have you dropped being a high school teacher?
No, I didn't drop because I was getting some private universities, but I needed to have some transition. So when I was there, when I finished my PhD in 3 years. That is in Machakos, 3 years. I was able to finish in 3 years.
Now plus the one that was wasted.
That one I didn't count.
But now if you
the time I went
to
Machakos University, to the time I finished,
was 3 years.
3 exact 3 years. In fact, I was the first student in Machakos University to finish PhD in 3 years. And also, still I'm the first student to do physics in Machakos. There's no other any other person. Others have done other areas, but on the side of physics, I was the first student. So I was given a part-time lecture. So I started lecturing there. That is physics methods. At the same time, after years or so, I got another part-time, that is Machakos, that is Kunga University. At Kunga, I'm teaching physics and mathematics. And I love it. Yes.
But you're still a high school teacher?
Yes.
You have the grace. Now, have you worked anywhere else? Maybe anywhere else that you have worked?
MKU, I was just marketing. But I didn't want marketing because it was just a passion. And the main reason for that,
looking for fees.
I was looking for school fees. At the same time, I'm also doing counseling. I've been also doing counseling. Apart from that, I've been doing counseling. Most of missionary mission work. That is, you have to balance. You do things of God, you do your life, your social life. Because the only thing now is to return to the community. And one of the community is the church, another community is the students. Because I discovered that there are so many students. What I went through, the journey I've gone through is because I didn't have a mentor. So it was run by discovery. You discover this, before you come to realize where is your life, it is too late. But I can say that there are some things that you have to go that way for the purpose of God. Yeah.
Now, have you done any scholar writing?
Yeah, definitely I've done, yes. I've published 4 journals. with international and 2 internal. And one of my journal have been accepted as a book chapter. And in fact, the document that was rejected, now it has been accepted globally.
Now, the document that you went through all this time.
It's unfortunate that this morning I got now the final document, the final book chapter with ISB number. Today, in fact, today I got it, and it will be now a book chapter that will be read in 200 countries globally.
Now, for some of us who don't understand what is a book chapter, maybe you can let us know what you mean by a book chapter.
Okay, a book chapter, what happens? There are these things that are called journals. Once you write a journal is normally in every when you write a thesis have got around 3 to 4 objectives. So every objective carries an idea. So my thesis had four objectives. So you only pick one objective, its content, its analysis, and it becomes a journal. So every objective becomes one journal. You bring one idea, it is the one that is published. So I published one in India and another one in Japan. So the one that was for India, two for Japan and one for India. So the one for India, after they read the document, they said that it has a new knowledge that can contribute to the growth of knowledge. So they accept that one. So you normally pay 20% and then they pay for you 80% to become a book chapter. A book chapter is whereby these people will be advertising for you the book chapter. It is a new knowledge. If you bring a new knowledge to the world, they normally take it to another level, that people can be able to read your content, they can be able to quote your content. So one of them is the one that they accepted, and they were able to pay. I paid around 15,000, and then they paid for me, I think 85,000 for it to be a book chapter, whereby it will be put in their international book chapter channels. That is in their Facebook, their Twitter, all those things, all those computer blogs they use.
Then it must
be. But now they have to, for anybody to access that book, they must pay.
So it must be very satisfying. It must be very satisfying.
And by the way, I just feel very encouraged because now that book chapter you are given as a B number, you are given a knowledge, now you can publish as many books as possible. That is my journey. Apart from international journals, I have also published my books. I have written, now that one is on the field of academic. I've also written another one for the society. That is, I have written one about forgiveness as a greatest asset of human heart and the mind. And what triggered me to write that book, I remember when I was in class 6, there was a teacher who punished me, and we created a limit. For one reason, I remember we were learning a topic in mathematics of service area of a cylinder. And that teacher, he came in class and taught us that topic using the formula for volume. So I raised up my hand and said, teacher, I think that formula is not for service area, it's for volume. Hey, those days you could not correct a teacher. I was taken to an office. I was really beaten until I developed a negative attitude towards mathematics. And I can really say that to the youth who are listening to us, or even anybody who is there to guide others, there is one thing that kills people's future: attitude. When students develop a negative attitude towards academic or towards anything, you cannot succeed. Because I remember I used to love mathematics, but that teacher, he had to keep me throughout. And then, because he was a deputy, he used to harass me throughout because of that correction.
Do you think you forgive that teacher, even today?
To date, I can say yes, because that's why I wrote the book. Because what happened, he really harassed me to a level that I got asthma. I was admitted in Kijana hospital for 2 weeks. And you know, those days you could not tell the parent that there is somebody who have a difference in the teacher. So I was asked in the hospital now, Amusungu asked me, do you have indifference with your parent at home? I said, no. What about in school? No. What about in church and in the village? No. What about in school? You didn't have indifference with the teacher? I said, I didn't know he's a psychologist. I said, yeah, there is one there who have been harassing me. So he spotted that. Then when my dad came, he said about the issue, and then I was taken to back home, and then after that I went back to school. So my dad, we went with him to school, and he said he'll go and speak with the head teacher to see if there's something can be done about it. And so he went, and then they shared with the head teacher. I was just, you remember the primary school, the way the office was small, eh? So I was just next there. So I heard the head teacher saying, let him go to the next class, so that at least we try to see whether that the issue will be solved. And because I had really dropped in maths, I remember I used to get 90s. But when that teacher took us, I dropped to 96%. So I was told now to go to the next class. Before my dad left the office, I saw the maths teacher of the other class going to class. So I went with her. And I went and I sat down there and we started learning maths. So my dad thought I have disappeared from school. Then he asked somebody there, have you seen and so who was here? And then he said they have gone to class. So the head teacher came to class and discovered that I was seriously seated in class listening to mathematics. And I thank God that since that time, I changed from 36 to 98. And from that time, I didn't have any negative attitude, but that thing affected me even in CRI, because even when I went to high school, I didn't do CRI. I remember the last mark I got in CRI was 24.
So you dropped
before we dropped the CRI, yes. But after 4 years and all that, I was able to forgive him, and that's why I wrote that book.
Now, after you have done all that, have you done anything to give back to the community, maybe in a brief way?
Yeah, definitely I've really done a lot. There's a time I was working in Syokimau FM. And Syokimau FM, I was running a program called Youth Excellence Show, whereby we used to go to colleges, we go to high schools, we go to even primary school, and also in the church to motivate the students, motivate the youths, so that they can be in a position also to rise to the level that I am. Also, I was also working in another station called Syokimau. There is Chenny TV, and there is Syokimau FM. Even Syokimau, there I was also having the same thing about counseling. And for sure, I really inspired many youths and also families so that they can transform in their life. Also, every weekend, most of the weekends, I normally go to, I've seen I'm a missionary. Saturdays, mostly I go for high school, for seminars, motivational speaker. I've also trained as an examiner, but nowadays I don't go for marking. Before I started my Ph.D, I was an examiner for mathematics. I've done examine as an examiner for NEC and also physics. But it was just for my own experience. And also, so through that, I've been in a position to know how I can assist the students inside of maths, inside of physics, and also encouraging them on things that can hinder them on their academic. And for sure, I can say I'm returning to my community and also my brothers and sisters. And I came to learn through having a role model. Those who are behind you, they will be in a position to move well. Because my brothers, I told them I did 3 sciences, you also have to do the same. They did the same. Yes. I told them we have to. If it is possible to do 3 sciences, in fact, I have my brother who did the same. He did the 3 sciences. Then after that, he came to KU. He did biomedical engineering. Now he's an engineer. He's a biomedical engineer. And I'm happy for that. My sister also did 3 sciences. Now he's a medical doctor. So I'm grateful. I can say I'm returning to the community, to our family, and also to the society.
Now, as you wind up, maybe there is a young person there
Yes.
who would want to be the level you are in, and maybe they are not financially stable, or maybe does not have the grace and the muscles to follow through the torture and everything that you have shared today. Or maybe there is a young person out there who is currently struggling with addictions of alcohol and any other drug, and we are reaching them so that we can be able to help at least 1 or 2. So, as you wind up, maybe you can have a word to those young people.
Thank you, Charles. I think what I can say, in a field of academic, let me say that education is not sweet, because I did not enjoy it, but you have to. You have to sacrifice. So for you to be able to attain to the level 1 is, the first thing is work on discipline. because learning is about discipline. Number two, sacrifice. You must sacrifice. I used to sacrifice a lot for my time. Number three, you must fear God. Because regardless of everything, you must trust in God to give you grace. Because vitu zingine si nguvu zetu. Like, you are working, you have a family, you are there in somewhere in church, you are supposed to go and counsel, you are supposed to do it, ABCD. For you to balance, you need grace. And the other thing is, there are some people who have that mind that for you to be able to do all those studies, you must take drugs. I'm here to say this: drugs or alcohol, it will not build your mind, but it will spoil your mind. And you cannot be able to succeed when you involve yourself in the drugs, because sometimes people are not able to manage these drugs. You end up abusing them, and by the time you realize yourself, you are mad. So the only secret is you must remain focused, regardless of obstacles. I think I've given a lot of experience of the obstacles I've gone through. But what is there is you remain focused, regardless of what, because that is one thing I had said. Even if I will go to the 4th and 5th university, I had said and purposed, I'll finish my Ph.D. That was one of my slogan. I said, come rain, come sunshine, I'll not turn back. And then I got a lot of support from my wife, and I can say for sure she really supported me. Even my daughters, they were very positive. Even if they were young, they used even to motivate me and be usome. And it was not a joke. There are so many challenges, but remain focused, you're able to attend. So I can encourage the youths, regardless of even the issue of the school fees. Hata ukifukuzwa uende nyumbani, go with the books, make a school at home until you come back. Don't say that you have gone home and then you forget about the books. Work with the books, and don't study to do an exam. You study to get knowledge, so that the knowledge you will get, you will use it in the future. Because somebody will say something like a medic. If you study to pass an exam, what will happen when you go to the field? You have a lot of challenge. You start Googling, maybe to a patient, the disease one is suffering from. But if the content, you have the content, you'll be able to move in sky.
So we are grateful. We have learned a lot, and especially in terms of the journey that you have taken. Some of us are yet to be there. Maybe have started and along the way stopped somewhere, but we'll continue. So to the young people out there, as we promised, we'll be bringing other experts in this field and other fields so that we can have a conversation. So thank you. Have a wonderful time.